Just with the 7200 f4 image stabilized lens, again on workshops I get asked about the stabilization mode, and do I use image stabilization, what do I think of it, and to me it's the most important technology at the moment. There's the in-body stabilization for Sony and Pentax. Canon are using nothing on the sensor and they're using their image stabilization in the lenses. For me, keep it in the lenses, put it in the body as well. Either. My reason for really liking image stabilization in these lenses is because optically when you're looking through the lens and it's stabilized in this area or here or wherever it is, Canon could tell you, the switches are there, stabilization's taking place in there, the gyroscopic effect. It's by the time it gets to the body, visually through the viewfinder you're seeing a stabilized image. Because it's not on the sensor, this is with SLRs by the way, I'm just talking about standard Nikon and Canon SLR, DSLR cameras. So visually you're seeing an image that's stabilized already. Now when you're looking down the lens and a bride's just to come down the aisle and you're looking at a stabilized image, you're saying to yourself in your brain, I'm steady. And to me that's massive, because it actually you relax because you look through the lens and you feel like you're stabilized, and then you can start taking the photos. The problem with the Canon, the Pentax, is the fact that when you look through the Pentax viewfinder, because the image stabilization is in the body, this has actually made a shortcut and come through the mirror to your viewfinder. When you look through, you're still shaking. So you physically see it shaking, the image, and you think to yourself, no, I'm shaking, which you are. And so it has a negative effect on your ability to hold the camera, in my opinion. There's a lot of opinions about this. With the Sony, it's coming through and it's coming to the sensor, but the actual image is being taken off the sensor and you're viewing it as a picture on a screen, and through the viewfinder you're seeing it on the screen because it is a screen, it's not optical. And so therefore you're seeing a stabilized image. So the Sony are fine for having, and Olympus, because they've got electronic viewfinders. But it's something that I think personally makes a massive effect on your images, is the fact that you're looking down this lens and you're feeling like it's steady. Mode wise, I tend to keep it at 3 meters. And I'll set it up now. I'm going to a wedding in 2 hours, so I better get this right. I tend to stick it at 3 meters. If I suddenly want to start doing some macro stuff, maybe stick the extension tube on and 1.2, but generally 3 meters. I usually be 3 meters away from my subject when I'm using this lens, but you know, there's an option there to flick it across. Obviously, never use it in autofocus. You can use it in manual focus. I always use it in autofocus. The stabilization is always on because I never, my camera never touches a tripod at a wedding these days. So if you do put it on a tripod, have a look in the manual. They say to turn this off, I think, for Canon. So take a look, but obviously I love stabilization. Always use it in stabilization mode 1. Again, look in the manual, it'll tell you about panning. So when you pan for a photo, you might want to be in mode 2, but I'm in mode 1. So yeah, I'm a big fan of optical in-lens image stabilization. It'll be interesting to see whether Canon start to think about doing it on the sensor as well, because in theory that would open up their prime lenses to be all stabilized. I'm hoping they do that. Everyone thinks they should, but we'll see. So I hope that helps. Just a bit about image stabilization. I use the 24105, has got it on as well. To me, it's a very important technology, and some technology is brilliant. Take the iPhone, whatever, and we use them and it's brilliant. Some technology is a complete waste of time and should never have been put in the cameras, but to me, image stabilization is one of the best. I hope that helps. It's just an opinion. Look below or make a comment, disagree with me, that's great. And I will try to do more videos of the opinion of a wedding photographer about this equipment. The 2.8 is very good as well, but too heavy for me. So there you go. Hope that helps. Bye.